This week's word of the week is going to be ER7018. What that is a stick electrode that probably anybody that's stick welded knows what it is. I was driving and I thought, well, that's too easy. Everybody knows what 7018 is, but not necessarily. If you've never touched a welder before, you probably don't know what 7018 is. It probably means absolutely nothing to you. So we're going to go over not necessarily what it is, but what all these designations are and what they mean. ER7018 is the classification for 7018 welding electrodes. If you're filling out a welding procedure specification, any kind of weld testing, they're going to say classification and specification. The classification is always going to be an E number here. It's a ER7018. The specification is going to be an A number. That's A5.1. So that's the difference between the specification and the classification of 7018. But let's break down what each individual letter or number means right here. So the first thing you're going to see is an E. That just means electrode. Pretty simple. R, rod. It's a rod. Solid rod. 70 means 70,000 pounds per square inch minimal tensile strength. So that means if you rip this apart, that's a tensile pull, it needs to be at least 70,000 pounds per square inch. 1, or the third number here, that is your position. The number 1 means all positions. So with a 7018 rod, you can weld flat, horizontal, vertical, or overhead. 8 is the coating or operating characteristics of the electrode. And what an 8 means, I got it over here, it's a low hydrogen potassium iron powder flux. That's what's on the outside of that rod. So that's the coating that eventually melts down and provides a slag covering. What else we got here? I actually grabbed a rod, and it's an Excalibur 7018. Excalibur is just a name brand from Lincoln Electric of their 7018. It's a really good running 7018 rod. Typically on the rod, it's not going to have the ER, it just says 7018. But sometimes it also has an H number after it. And this one has an H4R. So it says H4R after the 7018. So it's got Excalibur on it. And I'll zoom in here and show you the rod up close, what it looks like on the end of the rod here in a second. But Excalibur just means the name brand. 7018, we already went over that. H4R, this is something that's a little bit different. What does the H and the R mean? H is the amount of diffusible hydrogen that can go into the weld metal, and they do it per unit. So there's a certain unit, and the 4 is how much diffusible hydrogen you can have per unit. This is a low hydrogen electrode. That means you have to store it in a rod. It doesn't like moisture. The R means that it's been tested for moisture resistance, and it has moisture resistance. So that's all that this H4R means. People always skim over that, you know, because they see 718 and they don't even look at that. But there's just typically an 8 number. Usually it's 4 or 8. But that's what that stuff means. So hopefully that gives you a good idea of what all this stuff means. Like I said, mainly you got to know what these designations are. This H4R, that's not as important. I mean, it's good to know what it is, but this is the main thing you need to know what this stuff means. It's a very common electrode. The only one that's probably just as common is probably 6010 or 6011, which is basically the same thing. So it's good to know what these mean. So what we'll do now is we'll zoom in on the actual electrode so you can see what's actually printed on the electrode, and then we'll wrap things up here. This is what a 7018 electrode looks like. And the more whiter stuff on the outside, that's your iron powder flux. But right here on the end, that's what we're looking for. This is what a designation looks like on an electrode if you've never seen one before. And you can see Excalibur, that's the brand from Lincoln Electric, 7018. We already went over that, and there's your H4R. So hopefully that all makes sense. Yeah, if you're in the welding industry and you don't know what 7018 is, I kind of feel like it's hard to believe that anybody would not know what that is, but there's probably a lot of people that don't know what the numbers mean, so hopefully that clears it up. Anyways, thanks for watching and subscribing to TV Weld. We'll see you later.